Over the years, we've thought about doing a bay boat. We never have. When I got to Hells Bay, there had been a 21 and 27 foot offshore boat. Not really a bay boat, but they're larger, but not the skiffs. And that's really not today in our DNA. We're an inshore company. It's a different type of market, a different type of fishing. We're not talking about really changing the fishing, just the tool that you use to fish in. After a lot of years of soul searching, we decided that Hells Bay will build a bay boat, but it's going to be built the Hells Bay way. Our skiffs are built to our standards and really no one else's, and it's far superior to any standard I think that's out there. Our wiring is the best. The way we lay up our boats, the way we put them together, the way they're all fused together. The boats are a work of art, and the bay boat will fit the same DNA the way we do everything here at Hells Bay Boats. But at Hells Bay, at our core, we're a fishing boat company, shallow water, inshore fishing boat company. So when designing a boat, a lot of companies throw it up on CAD, they go to a 3D CNC mill, and they cut what we call a plug, which is the positive. They form a mold, they then put the boat in the mold and run it and almost just come to market with it, because it takes a lot of money to do, and a lot of time and a lot of patience to do what we did. And that was a little different, is that we first started out much the same way. We had some wishes and desires and how we wanted the boat to perform, but then we sat back and got the design, and we cut a mold, not a plug, a temporary mold, and in that we laid up a boat. We then continued to lay up the boat so that the entire boat, just the hull actually, was the same weight as we thought the boat would be, fully finished with the decks and things. We then brought it to Hells Bay and we ran the boat. Most companies might have gone to market with that hull. At Hells Bay we didn't. That's not what we do. We will take the time to get it right. So as part of the overall testing, we go out and we put GoPros out over the side and looked and watched how the water was acting in a lot of different places under the hull, where it was breaking, when we hit waves, where any potential splash, and we designed additional strakes. We shaved some on, put some off, shortened some, changed the hull design, changed the pocket design, raised the engine, lowered the engine. We did all sorts of testing on this hull until we actually fine-tuned and handcrafted what we wanted. So we started out with something that was engineered, and then we came back old school and just slowly corrected it until we felt we have the perfect hull to be able to do what this boat's designed to do, which is to run safely in big, heavy, sharp, chop, inshore, white-capped, nasty weather. Fishing should be silent like the rest of our hulls, and if you actually look at this boat just on the water, it looks a lot like a big version, an extra large version of some of our skiffs. Our skiff designs are such that they're deadly silent on the water. There's no hull slap, no unnatural noises, no funny gurgles going on. So we spent a lot of time also off plane with a trolling motor on, going through the water, making sure that we had an absolutely silent design. So why we built the bay boat was to fit other fishing needs for the inshore. Starting from the transom, we've got a 53-gallon bait well. It'll be run off of a sea chest, not just off of bait pumps. So your bait can stay fresh for days. We wanted to have enough range, so we've incorporated and we're able to fit over 80 gallons of gas in the gas tanks. We have a forward fish locker. I can't remember exactly. It's huge. Be a great place to store lots of things. We heard from a lot of people they wanted 5-gallon bucket storage. You got to have a place for a 5-gallon bucket. Well, we didn't just do that. You can fit 4 5-gallon buckets in that space. It took a lot of planning and a lot of time, really making sure all of our spaces and things fit together and work well together. We're spending a lot of time right now getting the bay boat to market, and the bay boat is part of our DNA, and we're also going to be designing and doing some really neat things with some new laminates, some new types of resin, all that stuff is coming, but what's coming now, soon, is the Bay Boat. And then we never stop. Every day, after kind of the whirlwind of making boats and servicing customers and talking about fishing, a lot of us just get together, just in the office, and we all start talking. It happens all during the day, but and talk about what we're going to do next. How can we improve? We never stop trying to improve, and it's a continual improvement process. So that's just something we do at Hells Bay. It's the Hells Bay way, and it never stops.